Hey guys, this is Foolish Mortal 42 back with some more World of Warcraft Classic, and we are headed back down to basically the confluence of purple and orange entrances. And we're going to be taking on, I think it's Celebrate, no, Celebras the Unclean. After just a couple of pulls, he's basically the last boss of both sides. So you've got one boss on purple side, two bosses on orange side, and an elite, and then this guy, which is common to both sides. A lot of times, I mean, I don't know why we just didn't jump down here, but because you can skip probably like 4 or 5 mobs by going down that way. But you can hop down these little pools. And we had cleared out some of these, so...
Need to get closer.
So just kind of hug the, excuse me, hug this left-hand wall here, and we're right here at the boss. Celebras the Cursed, I'm sorry. This is where you can get the shortcut item. He summons a bunch of ads, and it can get kind of hairy, especially if you've got somebody that doesn't have a way to kind of maintain area of effect aggro.
Too far away.
But we burn him down really fast. As you can see, he gets more ads. And unlike a lot of bosses, these ads don't die. It's a really good fist weapon. Unfortunately, shamans do not get offhand weapons until Burning Crusade. But if you're leveling in Burning Crusade content, that is that was one that I always went after. It was really good. It looks really cool. So you turn in Legends of Maraud in here. You can pause that to read it if you want to. And then it opens up another quest, which I didn't get. I missed it. But we'll see it in just a second. But basically you take those, the rod and the diamond, and he comes over and drops the incantation of Celebras. Then he places them in the stone, and yeah, because I don't actually have the quest to do this right now. But you don't want to run off. You have to be patient. But yeah, only one person can do this quest at a time. It's not like a general... so, as you can see, it's when you can talk to him again, you get the Scepter of Celebras as a quest. And then you just basically have to go back and forth. It's kind of frustrating. All right. So what you can do here, yeah, get so close to leveling up. If you go down through the main part of Moradin on the outside, you can go into, I think it's the bottom of purple side, and there's like a little well. It looks like a well or an altar, and yeah, you just kind of hop down, and that it opens a portal that you can click, and it actually teleports you to right here. So you basically can do like the last 3 bosses of Moradin, and that's called a princess run. But a lot of, or actually no, there's 4 bosses back here. But you can just hop over the falls. Well, come on up. There's 4 bosses. There is a goblin, a stone giant, Princess Theradros, and a giant crocolisk. And all 4 of those drop pretty decent gear. Princess Theradros actually drops a best in slot DPS ring that we don't get, but somebody links it at the end, so it's pretty neat. The goblin drops a really good shield that we get to see, and I end up passing on it like an idiot. But in hindsight, I probably should have nabbed it because it's really good. But these guys are definitely a step up. 47 elite. We'll do 47s and up. I think Princess is, I'm going to say she's 52. Well, stop rubbing the mic. So these guys, of course, can poison you, and they do a pretty mean knockback. Yeah, I was thinking that the purple fragments came off of the rock elementals in here, but it's the ones on the purple side on, yeah, the trash elementals. I mean, they are elites, but they're only like level 40, so it's not a huge deal to go get them. So now the trash pools become even more complicated. because these guys do an area of effect silence, which sucks. And then these rock elementals that we're getting ready to face off against do an area of effect, kind of a stomp that will knock you over, which sucks as well. So up until this point, we've not really been doing a lot of totem dropping on trash pulls, but I definitely start picking that up. Because these guys hit noticeably harder. As you can see, my health dropping precipitously there. Here comes the patrol. So these guys are a pain in the ass. Because if I remember correctly, they are immune to, yeah, they're immune to nature damage. They have really, really high armor class, so they don't take very much damage. And then when they die, they spit out these little chargers, which they're not elite, so they don't have a lot of hit points, but they're just a pain in the butt. Which again, having an ice specialized mage here would really help. So these guys typically never drop anything other than solid stone and vendor trash. So that's a really good two-hander. Not quite as good, but it's a BOE, so I agreed on it. I mean, it's still really good.
For the Horde.
I mean, at least I didn't roll a 1. Yeah, chance to hit by 1%. That's still really good. Especially when, as you're transitioning into in-game type stuff, where like Baron Rivendare, I think he's actually, I mean, I think he's listed as 60, but anything you can do to add to hit so that you're not whiffing, basically, is really important. So here we're going to take a little detour. These guys are not elites, but they have a... They still have a lot of hit points, and they do... I think it's an acid spit, like an armor class reducing... and then there's a bunch of them, of course. So we're going to head over this way and, excuse me, and take out a goblin that's been hiding out over here. Yeah.
Don't have a target.
Let's clear out this trash as we kind of go down on this side. I think there is a shortcut to the outside at the end of this, but I can't remember. I know that there's a rock giant back there. So we kind of skip some stuff here, but then we get down here and have to turn around and come right back. So I'm not for sure why we're trying to skip this. But anyway. Yeah, I definitely think we probably could have went on and took those Dimetrodons.
a target.
And I pulled with almost no mana like an idiot. Yeah, as you can see, I'm taking quite a bit more damage. I mean, these are 4 level 47 elites, so... Ding! Mithril Spurs, not too bad.
Victory or death.
Alright, so we're slowly making our way to Elemental Devastation. I think 2 more points there. And that will definitely help our uptime on Flurry. and then of course every swing is a chance to proc Wind Fury, so so this is Tinkerer Gizlock. He has bombs and a gun, and he drops a pretty good caster sword for mages. And then he does this kind of a cone effect fire. But you can kind of steer it away from everybody. So yeah, intellect, stamina, and restores 4 mana per. I really, really should have needed that. But I was like, oh no, I don't tank that, and that's got intellect. I don't need that. But yeah, it was a huge upgrade. Yeah. Especially paired with what I get in the next episode. Or actually, it might be the end of this episode that we'll get it. That would have helped my tanking a lot. I hardly ever use shields, I say stupidly. Yeah, idiot. Yep. Basically, that shield with the weapon that I get shortly, I could have tanked probably Elbers quite easily. If not Ubers, at least until the last boss. I'm not even joking. But yeah, that 4 mana per 5, that's really good for a shaman, even with in a tank spec. So more than likely, I will probably end up signing on for some marauding princess runs in the future to try and get that shield. Yeah, everybody's like, man, why didn't you take that? And I'm like, yeah. I did a little reading after I ran this, and I'm like, oh, I'm so stupid. But at least these guys are not immune to nature damage. So these guys just have an absolute ton of hit points. Yeah, I thought they were talking about that guy up on that ledge, but that's not the giant that they were talking about. Yeah. I was not paying attention to the group. I turned around and I'm like, oh, crap. Mistakes were made, what can I say? Yeah, but once you hit level 60 as a mage, if you come in here, you can farm a lot of greens for disenchant. Well, not necessarily just a mage, but I think even hunters do pretty well in here.